27. Let's fucking go.
The truth is like really in our face. You feel me?
What the truth about what? Talk to me, cause we've been talking about a lot of shit.
Like the truth is in our face, but it just what they want us to believe. What other
Nah,
people?
I'm saying we ain't talking about what they want us to believe. We talking about you tell me your input. Like tell me what you're
Yeah,
saying, cause
yeah,
you
yeah.
deep down in the
I'm
shit.
just saying the truth is in our face, basically. Like if basically what I did, I studied the geniuses of history because
Right,
I'm not a genius, but
right.
God put geniuses on this earth. You feel me?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Now,
Mm-hmm.
now you watch the geniuses debate, and then you come up with your answer. You understand?
I don't even know what the hell that
So
is.
basically,
Debate.
it's
When I say
all
no, when I say
okay.
debate, no, I say debate. You watch the geniuses
Oh,
debate.
okay.
You
Mm-hmm.
watch the geniuses argue. You feel what I'm saying? That's
Mm-hmm.
basically what I did. Whatever. I watched the geniuses argue, and they say that basically intelligent design basically is what we are. We're intelligent, sophisticated design. That means it's impossible for us to have been an accident because we're too sophisticated in our being. Everything like sophistication don't come over accident.
All right, so
Like you don't look at an automobile and say, "Oh, the wind and the rain brought this together by some type of miracle." You understand? Like you understand
now
that a great mind is the one that engineered this car, automobile, this game that we're playing. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
you got me lost, bro.
I mean,
Yeah.
listen, bro. The most sophisticated computer on in this world is the human brain, bro.
And the computers that we use was
No,
designed after the human brain, but it can't be imitated. But
Oh,
that's
it
why
yeah,
they
ain't
all
limited.
humans always gotta when it's messing up, they gotta update it, upload it, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
they try to imitate the human brain, but they can't. But you making sense. Basically, it's thought concepts. It's being able to rationalize different kind of concepts. I know I'm kind of getting a little
yeah.
deep,
You're a
and
being. You're a being. You know what I'm saying? You're a being
Like your
basically. Your inner person.
I
You
ain't
know
gonna
what I'm
lie, I don't
saying?
know what the hell y'all talking about.
Your soul, your
the
soul,
soul. So you telling me
mind,
if we die, you think our
mind,
soul will
soul.
be gone?
Nah, the soul.
not a soul.
Listen, listen, listen. The soul only living in this body as a vessel for this
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
world. For this world. When you go to the next world, you're gonna receive that vessel. You understand?
That's what
A,
I'm
a
saying.
vessel. You're
Like,
gonna receive a vessel fit for that world.
okay. But
Understand?
so do you believe in parallel universe? Is that
Like
why they say that like we always got a twin somewhere?
I can't say all that, but you gotta understand that we're all connected
Mm-hmm.
in some shape or form. You know what I'm saying? Not only that we came from the same person, you know what I'm saying, in the beginning, but we're all connected because, you know what I'm saying, everything is for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Everything is for a reason. And
Yeah, I understand everything
you
happened
understand
for a
that?
reason.
Yeah, everything is for a reason. That's why we're all connected. Like, you know what I'm saying? That plays
But
until
we
like,
still trying to get at like how did we start it?
That was the original question.
you started from the intelligent being.
So I'm saying, besides the intelligent being, where the first intelligent being came from?
Yeah, you see what I mean? It keeps
Nah,
going.
nah, nah,
Like
Uh-huh.
nah. It keeps going if you use that rationalization, but that rationalization is not a Hold on, give me
What
a
the fuck
second.
that is, y'all?
Yeah, I'm over that. All right, okay, man. But that rationalization is the true paradox, right? Because if I tell you that the first being always was, always is, and always will be, right?
mhm.
That's just his state of being. He always was, he always is, and always will be.
Bro,
You
you
can't,
sound like a goddamn robot, bro. I don't know what the hell you talking about.
bro. I'm telling you,
Boy, you
Yeah,
use these big
facts.
ass words, bro. I'm a street nigga, bro. Break it down to some little regular knowledge terms and all that shit. You talking about some off the wall shit to me right now.
nah, it ain't even that. It ain't even that. I ain't even giving you no deep stuff like that. To be real with you, but I'm just saying the being. We talking about the same being. You saying that somebody
I
created
said,
him, right?
nah,
You said it goes,
I ain't saying something created him, right? I'm just saying, like, all right, let's say this life thing, right?
yeah,
But like we here, it takes a woman and man. That's what they tell us. It takes a woman and a man to make us. You feel me? Like
yeah.
who the fuck made the first woman and man to make us on some shit? Like
Do you
it
believe
take
in Adam and Eve?
Yeah, yeah,
You believe in that?
yeah, yeah.
Uh, that don't make sense.
Why you say that?
Like, ha- okay, what story about Adam and Eve do you believe?
I gotta roll the blunt to this shit we talking about. If y'all finna get on the game,
I
bro.
believe the one that's in the Old Testament. The
Okay, so
what is it called? The what's it called? The yeah, the Hebrew scrolls.
so
When
you
they
believe Adam and Eve was the first people?
hold on, yeah,
Mm. Oh my leg. He said, "Oh my leg."
Hey, boy, we finna get on some deep conversation shit tonight, y'all. Y'all can't say I ain't start no shit.
Shit, I ain't gonna be on here too much longer. You know, it's almost my
yo,
bedtime.
Yeah, for sure. While we on here though,
what I was saying.
we we was talking about.
Oh,
I
you
guess
said
somebody
Adam and
said
Eve.
Adam and Eve. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So what you saying about Adam and Eve that you feel like funny? What you
I
feel funny?
mean, okay, so you think all the civilization started from those two people?
Yeah, I mean you can say that. Yeah,
Alright,
yeah.
what kind of sense does that make for a whole civilization to start off with two people?
I
You never
mean,
heard the story about Adam and Eve being man, what do you call them people with no color? Um, like they got red eyes and shit. They don't have no color.
Yep.
Albino? You talking about
Yeah,
Hotel Wanda?
you, you ain't heard the story about Adam and Eve being albino and
nah.
being cast away because the mother was black and they didn't look like the mother, so they was cast to the hills,
Nah,
the mountains of Caucasus.
nah,
Uh,
Oh, I did not hear about that one.
yeah, you ain't heard
nah,
about that.
nah. Who wrote that one?
Nah.
Who wrote that
Man,
one?
I got a couple books that you can check out, dog.
No, I'm asking you, who wrote it though?
It ain't about who wrote it.
It ain't
It's
about
just
who wrote it.
about nah. It ain't about who wrote it, man.
It
It's
ain't
just a
about who
few
wrote
theory.
it.
It's a theory.
So if your little brother wrote it, made the theory, it's part.
If it
If
has
you,
some,
listen, you hear what I
if
just said? If your little brother wrote it, it's Gucci.
it don't matter if it has some basis of facts in it. It don't matter who wrote it.
He just saying like he wanted to look it up himself instead of hearing word from your mouth.
That's why I said I give him the book. I see what you're saying. What the fuck? Francis, which name? It's a bunch of which name? It's a bunch of stuff.
Nah,
I give
like
you about four books. I give you
I'm
about four books to read up. It's some credible authors, I guess is what I'm saying.
okay. I mean,
I don't read no fictional or no like all the stuff I read is like research based. I don't read like just I read a little bit of everything, man. And like the Bible is
yeah,
crazy. First of all, the Bible that most everybody follow, the
yeah.
King James version,
Sugar Bay, you about
and
to get your ass killed.
King James was like the most evilest person ever, and he had some ulterior motives that he was trying to do. You know what I'm saying? When he did
Nah,
it, so
nah. You can't really say all evilest person ever. You can't
King
really.
James.
Nah, you can't really say that, bro.
Wow.
You can't really say he was the evilest person ever. Nah,
For real?
nah. There was a lot of people who Dracula, the real
Let's
Dracula. I don't
see.
know if you ever heard of Dracula.
He
You
raped.
probably don't
He
know about him.
raped kids. He raped kids. He had
Well,
the person allegedly known as Jesus
you got
Christ
people eating
killed.
you got people eating kids out here, bro. Like eating them for all that breakfast, lunch, dinner, all that. But I'm just saying you can't
I
really
guess
go.
this
You
person
can't.
wrote a
On,
Bible that's dictated the religion of everybody in the world now.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
Like,
I don't. Like you really talking to a dude that I heard the majority of all the stuff that's out there. To be real with you, you feel me?
so
Like,
you believe in Jesus too?
yeah. I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay.
It's just like you got one thing you got to know about history is that it's credible if it got what's it called uh if it got proofs like backup proofs whatever, right? The Bible is the only book that got the most proofs. They won't tell you stuff like that because they don't want you to know stuff like that.
But
The
who's to
Bible is the
say the
only
But
Bible?
listen. The Bible got
eh,
more proof than Homer, like all these stuff these white people believe in. It's the only book
everything
because
that you
it
talking
wasn't
about is what
because
the
it was
white people
listen.
believe in, bro.
What white people? You gotta
The
say. Listen,
Bible.
Hey,
it's all
we
type
ain't
of
gonna say
listen,
just
listen.
white
It's
people
all type
believe
of
in this
white
shit.
people out here, bro.
It's a lot of
And then
white
and
people
then
that's
and
woke
then
too, bro.
and then there's white people that make the book say what they wanted to say, right? Right? Like it ain't just white people doing that though. It's black people doing that too. But you gotta understand the history of it and what the people who actually grew up in what meant it, what the life that they lived. That you gotta look at the history of what they meant it to say, stuff like that. It ain't about what you know what I'm saying this and that person meant it to say, but I'm gonna tell you why the book got so much proofs because it was translated in so many different languages, even back then when it was out. You know what I'm saying? Like these people, like you got historians recording this that wasn't even on their side. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't they believe in Jesus, but they were saying that
Hey,
this was going on and this. You feel me? Just because they historians,
look
they
here, bro.
documented what happened, and they got so
Look here,
many,
bro.
and they
Hey,
got so many
your
proofs of
mic
this.
breaking up, bro.
Yeah,
Look here, bro.
yeah,
Let me just go ahead and break it down for my street nigga, cause
yeah,
it just
All
hit
right,
me sitting here. My street nigga said we was kind of talking over his head. So
this
here's why I
man
believe what I
words.
believe. Here's
yeah,
why I believe what I believe. As far
All
as
right,
religion goes,
yeah.
everything that we know about religion came from our parents, that came from their parents, that came from their parents, that came from their parents. Right. So
Nah, not
most
me
of the
though.
stuff that if
Not
you
me though.
gotta
I
let
don't,
me,
I
you
don't,
got.
I don't, I
I
don't
can't
believe on my
speak if you don't
parents.
let me
Oh,
get my
go
point
ahead though.
across, bro.
I feel what you're
So
saying though, but
you
that
can't
don't
feel
apply.
me until you
That
let
don't.
me say it, bro.
No, I'm saying, but they don't apply to everybody. What you just said don't apply to everybody, but it applies to a lot of people,
But you
but
can't let me.
not to
You
me.
don't even know where I'm going at because
it's
you
like
ain't let me say
it
it,
don't
bro.
apply. Yeah, you just gotta let him explain his theory, so it could be another theory,
No,
bro.
you just said, bro. You just said
Like
that
I want to
people.
hear what he's saying though.
You
Like,
just said that people
oh,
learn their stuff from their parents, right? That what you just said, right?
Yes,
I'm telling you,
typically.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. That don't apply to everybody because that's not me.
Okay. Everybody except for you. Typically, we learn most of the things that we know from our parents, that learn from their parents, that learn from their parents. Now, if you really want to think about it, what was given to us was Jesus, and it was forced upon us during slavery, and we've been slaves to Jesus for a bunch of years. Now, even to go as far as the first slave ship that brought the first slaves over here was called the USS Jesus. Look that up if you don't believe me. Things that we've learned from our parents, i.e., whooping our children, things that we feed our children. All these was handed down generations, generations, and generations. Slavery was only a few generations ago. When you look at all of us living in the ghetto, all this stuff, believing in Jesus. Uh, when Jesus came to Africa, the white man brought Jesus to the Africans and left Jesus with the Africans. The Africans, when he got there, they had all the gold and all the resources. When the white man left, the Africans had Jesus, and the white man had all the gold and all the resources. So, Jesus has been used as a pawn to take from people for years.
I
Now,
mean
the
that,
truth
that
about the truth
yeah.
about Jesus is Jesus was a story that was copied from ancient Egypt.
That's a
So,
lie. That's a lie, bro.
okay.
The ancient Egypt knew the story of Jesus already, and they copied it. Because the Hebrews was been
You know
the
who
Hebrews.
ISIS is?
Yeah, I know what story you talking
Okay.
about. It's not.
So
It's a lot of
you don't
stories.
think ISIS was before the story of Jesus? That's BC. It's before
Nah,
Christ.
nah. That don't mean it was before the prophecy. The prophecy of Jesus was back in Genesis.
BC
Do
is
you,
before Christ,
yeah,
bro.
before Christ was real. Oh man, do you know anything about the Old Testament?
Hey,
Exactly.
I know
The Old
you
Testament
can't
is
argue
the
with
old.
somebody that's in
That's what I'm
love with
saying.
Jesus.
That's what bro.
Exactly.
Yeah, you
Hey,
gotta
you can
understand. You
keep
gotta
that
understand.
Jesus.
You
I
gotta
ain't
understand
tripping.
the reasons though. The excuses. Listen, the
I
excuses.
know the reasons. The
The
reason
excuses.
because he was forced upon your ancestors and you follow that. What
That's
you
a
said it
lie.
don't apply to you, but
That's a
you just
lie,
sat there
bro.
and said,
That's a lie. You go. That's what you believe. That's what you think it is, bro. You think that I believe in stuff that I'm believing my whole life, but that's a lie. Exactly, bro. You can't just assume stuff about people. Assume all this stuff. You can't just
Besides
go.
what you said,
Listen, bro. I
Jumanji,
did. I did a thorough research, bro, with no biases. You understand? With no
I'm a
biases at
lifetime
all, bro.
scholar.
With no biases at all, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just to know what the truth is. I study different languages, all of that. Just to know what the truth is, bro. You know what I'm saying?
And that's
But
and the stuff you said to me is what you came up with is the
yeah,
truth.
yeah, because they don't want you to believe that, bro. They want you to
Have you ever
believe.
read Christ Before Christianity?
They want you to believe in ISIS and
Have you ever
Egypt.
read
Listen,
have you ever read the ISIS
hold up,
paper?
listen. What I'm
hold up,
trying to
sugar
tell you,
bear,
bro.
hold up, sugar
Listen, what
bear.
I'm trying to tell you. They want you to believe in the stuff you believe right now. They want you to believe in stuff like the Big Bang Theory, the stuff you believe. They want you to believe that, bro. Trust me, bro. They want you to believe that. That's why they have movies like Black Panther.
So what you believe in, Jumanji? What you believe in,
I
fool?
believe I believe in the most hated one, Jesus. He's the most
So
hated one.
that's the
Yeah.
only thing you believe, like besides the
He's always been the most hated one. Always been, bro. Yeah, I believe in that one. Yeah.
Hey, you know what I got for all this? It's
Hey,
just what people believe in.
no,
At the end of the
hey,
day, I feel
That's
like it's
what it
just what
comes
people
down
believe
to,
in. Yeah,
faith. And
no.
in what you believe
exactly,
in.
Yeah, but
exactly.
you gotta do your research though, bro. You just can't stop, bro. Like, cause I'm trying to tell you, like,
and you
they
can't
copied.
believe shit you just hearing. You think just the truth, bro. Like, cause
Yeah, that's
everybody
true.
think
Cause there's a
everybody
lot
else
of
think
And,
false
they
and
believe
information
I'm gonna
out
just
there.
drop
Yeah, it's a
this
lot
on
of false.
y'all.
It's a lot of false
I'm not.
information out there.
I'm probably the oldest man, and probably I'm just gonna say that on this game right now, I'm probably the oldest and most read person on the game.
How old you
Yeah,
is?
I know for sure y'all probably the most read
I'm
person.
41.
Yeah.
I'm a young
I
nigga,
would
so
say
I'm
I've
a
read
young nigga
more
too.
articles, more fictional books, more newspapers, more reports, more everything than
Now
I'm
everybody with
saying,
more
I read,
religious
I read,
hey,
documents.
I read
yeah,
historical stuff.
hey,
I ain't
just
finna
cause y'all,
say like
what this reading shit mean? What
I
y'all
study
saying?
history. I study history. You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying what all this reading shit mean? Y'all
I
smarter than
mean,
one another?
no,
All I'm saying is I'm well read, and I ain't arguing your belief.
Oh,
I'm just saying I'm well read.
nah,
Nah,
like bro, you
Y'all better
really
mark y'all name.
this a friendly argument.
understand like Christianity ain't nothing but morals, bro, and ethics. It ain't saying nothing wrong, bro. But people are against it. But you don't understand why.
So you just believe
Christianity
in
was
living
forced
judge.
upon my people. That's why I don't roll with it.
It
My
wasn't forced. You
What color
can't force
y'all
nothing
God
on
is?
nobody, bro.
What
You
color
God
can't
y'all
ain't
you
got a
God
can't
is?
color, bro.
you can't force a religion on a person, bro. Like unless
You
you
can't
killing
force
them.
a religion on a
Yes,
culture.
you can, my brother. Yes,
You
you
Nah.
don't think
can.
slavery? You don't think the slave master was sitting in the back of the church house, making sure that they were worshiping Jesus for a reason?
Yes, you can
You
put
don't you don't
opinions
you
on
think
something like
that
that.
was their
I
option? You think
mean,
that's what they
nah,
wanted to
nah,
do?
nah. I
Was
mean,
worship
listen.
Jesus?
No, I'm
The
saying
first slave ship,
listen.
USS
It's
Jesus?
possible to make somebody believe what you believe in,
Hmm.
right?
Now you
It's
Hey,
just
you
said
possible.
the
gotta go
opposite
Listen,
one
of
at a
that.
time, bro, because I'm
it's
trying to
possible.
understand, bro.
It's possible to
Yeah.
make somebody believe what you believe in, but it's impossible to keep them
Well, what the
to
hell
keep
y'all
their
talking about?
to keep them in darkness for forever, basically. Like
What Dolo?
You just said something and
you
then
can't.
out of what you just said.
I'm just saying you can't like yeah, but bro, just because bro, a lot of people use all type of stuff and for the wrong reasons, right? The Bible's intentions was not to uh
What's up, bro?
enslave the people or whatever, right?
Hey
What's
man,
it? He cutting
you
up,
wonder
bro. This nigga selling
why the
hats and
preacher's
he gonna
balling
wave at
and
me, fool.
half the people in the
But
congregation
what
is
you
broke
but you
and
but
they
you
give
really
10% of their money to this?
but
You
you
don't
really
think there's
don't
no
know
problem with that?
Nah,
ten
hell no.
percent. That
Folks
ain't
suck.
nothing, bro.
Stop making it hard for a
Who
nigga
you
to
If
who you
they
talk.
think
broke and they
who you
struggling,
listen? Who you think giving you 100% of your money?
Yeah, talk some bullshit. I'm ready to
If
hit
there
that
is a
nigga.
God,
word.
who's giving you your life, your every breath?
What you got going, G?
I think we guys, bro. I think God's inside of you.
You know, I ain't see nothing about who they said killed, bro.
I mean, if that's the case, I might as well jump up and touch the moon with my pinky finger.
What
Said
makes
what?
somebody a
Like,
God?
bro, the fact that they sustain
Able to
sustain
create?
Hey,
You think the
they're
person was able to
self-sustaining,
create you was a God, right?
self-sustaining, right? God is the only self-sustaining being.
it
He
sound
don't
it
he
sound
don't
bad, but
he's dependent
on
upon
real though,
nobody, but you dependent upon him
like
for
on real
everything.
though, horse, them niggas
You
that really
understand?
be dying, bro. Like
I don't look at it that way, bro.
You don't look
I
at it
feel
that way,
like
but that's the way it
I
is,
feel
though.
like
every other
that's the
damn
way it
week.
is for you.
No,
It's
that's the way
like
it is for everybody. That's reality.
damn horse, who gonna be
That's
left?
your
Not for
reality.
So
everybody.
what do you
Not for
That's your reality.
so how do you believe humans came to be? You believe in the
Hey,
Big Bang Theory?
you ever planted a seed in the ground
Oh
and poured
shit.
water on it and seen
We
the
ain't
sun hit it and seen what happened with that seed?
we not talking about all that, bro. We talk about what
We
you
not
believe.
talking about all that.
What do you believe, bro?
I believe we gods.
Oh man.
Gods are able to create other gods, and I believe women
Yeah,
of
yeah.
the earth.
What about the
And we
moon and the
plant our
stars?
seeds.
Why
We
we
plant
can't create the moons and the stars?
we plant our seed in the
Why we
earth.
barely know the earth? Why
We
we barely know
create
ourselves? You're not making no
other
sense.
gods
You're not
and
making
other
no sense,
earths.
bro. You're not making no
I'm not
sense
making no
because
sense to you.
nah, I mean, bro, we're not the type of gods that created the earth, bro.
Nigga ain't playing trying
We're
to
not
figure
Oh,
that
we're
out
type
who
not
of
the
god,
type of
bro.
God.
We're not that type. We're nowhere
It
near.
is a
Matter of fact,
creator, and
we're nowhere
we
near
are
that type
God.
of God. We're nowhere near that type of God. How about that? We're nowhere near the type of God that created the sun, the moon, the
yeah.
earth, the stars, and everything that it. Don't even compare yourself to, because you just want that
That's
glory.
the
You just want that.
creator.
Yeah,
That
that's
is
the
the
creator.
creator.
Yeah,
But we are
that's the God.
gods.
Yeah, but that's nothing compared to the one that actually matters.
I'm not
The
So
one
you
that
said
actually
we don't matter?
matters. Not no, we wasn't put
no
on
like
this earth
bro. I mean
for
like
ourselves, bro.
if you keep goddamn pushing me,
We want to put on this world for our own
feel me,
selfish
bro. You
ambitions,
know that
bro.
you
That's
scared.
what you don't
Who's
You
understand.
scared of
selfish?
this shit shaking.
I
You
mean,
probably
come
beat the
on,
shit
bro.
out
We
his
want to
ass
be
on that
gods and
shit.
say fuck the God that actually is.
No,
That's our
we are
nature. That's
gods.
our nature. Our nature is to say fuck the God that actually is and say that
I
we
don't
the
know about
God.
fuck the gods. I
Bro,
don't know
that's what
about
you're
that. I ain't never
doing.
said
That's what
that.
you're doing.
Nah,
That's what you're doing. You don't
nah.
have to do it physically, but you're doing it
Niggas sick
mentally.
sometimes.
So you believe God? Do you think God and Jesus is the same person?
Bro, we shouldn't even, bro. You can't even ask those type of questions because
Depends on what area it happen in too sometimes though, y'all.
I can't ask whether you believe God and Jesus is the same person.
it's a real. I'm just giving you straight. I'm speaking you man to man, bro.
I
Like
am. I think I'm a man too, and I'm talking to you as a man.
isn't our nature to be against God, bro? You hear
I'm
me?
not against God.
That's the only thing the Bible's been telling you from day one. Is in our nature to be against Him, to be against His knowledge, because His ways are not our ways. You understand? That's the
I ain't
only
say
thing the
one
Bible
though.
been
They was
saying,
saying that nigga
and it's the
Christian
truth,
did that,
bro.
but it's in the
It's the
spirit. You
truth.
feel me?
Like, your every word,
It
your
might
every
be
action,
your truth.
your every breath. How, bro? I'm telling you, how? You've been denying him since day one, bro.
Like,
We've been,
Yeah.
it's just
I
like
don't know
off of
about
what
that.
I said. It's possible.
It's just in our nature to say, like, bro, we rather live our own lives and say, bro, fuck the God that whatever he
What
want
we
for
talking
us,
about
like,
dressing?
cause we know, cause
Yeah,
we
hey,
know,
it
cause
goes
we
to
know if
like
cause
Ezra
we know
slide
that it's
last
gonna be
year.
an accountability that we not gonna wanna face. We
Yeah,
not gonna
Bondo,
wanna
and like you
face
said,
the type of
even other
accountability
streamers
that
told me, but I hadn't
this
heard that
God
from them.
that created everything is gonna give. It's gonna be on some stuff that we just not ready for. We just
Yeah,
not gonna
hell
want to
yeah,
be ready
Bondo. That
for.
shit be having a nigga mind fucked up. Like you say, it's niggas out here like that, boy.
I think God is in us, and it's all about loving people and treating people the way they want to be treated, and
Man, I see a
all
couple
that
niggas out here
extra.
trending on Facebook
That
about
that's
that
what they
shit.
want you to believe. That's what
Right, they be like,
you've
oh
been
shit, boy, what they
planted
shot
in
this
you to
young girl
believe
and
is
this, all that.
foolishness.
Nah, what I believe
I,
I
majority of
see that
people
shit
do not
saying
believe.
them. Hey, horse, I told
It's
you
and
rare.
that's
already,
the
It's
man.
rare.
thing. The
It's rare to
majority of
find.
people
It's
have been controlled by religion.
I don't
You ain't hear
know.
what I
And
just
in the
told you though,
video, though,
bro.
people probably don't.
You ain't hear what I
Tay be
just
doing it.
told
Oh, yeah,
you.
Tay got the little
Majority of the
girl head
people do
too.
not believe what I believe, bro. It's rare to find somebody to believe what I believe. Very rare.
They said whoever had it, they mentioned that
Very
name. I
rare,
don't
bro.
know who it was.
Because I went and learned from history.
Yeah, they
I
said
wasn't
the name,
taught
but
from
I don't know
somebody. You understand?
who the fuck that is. It says Shambria
Did you
Henderson or
go to
something.
church growing up?
Yeah, I went to church. Everybody that went to
Okay.
church in America, damn it.
So now, what I said earlier was a lot of stuff that we
Oh,
learned.
it's like
Yeah, but I don't
It's been taught to us from
the
our
stuff that I
people.
learned in those churches. I don't believe in a lot of stuff I learned from those churches. You understand? Because like basically the truth that is, bro, it was just they didn't pass it down the right way.
Hey, how that
That's
shit
what you
smoke,
gotta
y'all?
understand, bro.
There you go, Sugar Bear.
Appreciate you.
And because the truth wasn't passed down the right way, people want to say that, oh, it was it's not the truth to begin with, right?
Boy, Bondo.
But you can't say something is not
That's
the
my
truth to
nigga
begin
Zelda
with
sister. Goddamn.
based
Like, how
on
about the bitch that shot the bitch, right?
the
Like, I
physical.
guess the bitch remember me because she added me on Facebook, right? That nigga Baby D had him robbed there one day. We was at Jenny's home though.
Yeah,
Robbed the bitch,
really up,
Bondo, drew
man.
down on that ass. I'm on the curb. I'm looking in the car like other people probably don't know, like nigga robbing ass. Like why everybody just
Yeah, I just
emotional.
think everybody's reality is different. Like your reality
Boy,
is
look though,
different
the
from my
bitch just look.
reality.
She looking kind of
Of
scared
course,
though. He
everybody
told me
reality is
like what he
different.
told the bitch. It was like hell yeah.
And
I
what's
was really
Some people
what's
only
one
have
thing to you?
my cousin, but he really lying to the bitch.
some
Like you
people.
know that
Some
stuff
people
made the bitch
have
feel like, oh
a
shit, I don't want
distorted
to come
view of
back because he
reality,
already mad I did that to his
right?
cousin on some shit.
Everybody's view of
He
reality
told me
is
he told that
distorted
nigga out
because
my
we're just
cousin.
humans,
Go down on that. Took like a little
right?
22. If y'all know that little 22
We're
little
just
Evan
humans
had,
who
he
want to
took that
live in
bitch
our
on
own
that.
reality. So everybody's reality is distorted.
Took that bitch from Al Hustle.
Ooh, I need.
Yeah, she on some shit like she finna sell the shit to his ass. He telling me what he about to do. And then like you say, Bondo, it's certain niggas you gotta watch though. Like it's niggas you know you gotta watch though. You feel me? I just had my eyes closed on that shit though. It's just shit niggas be doing. You can tell like they weird. You feel me? Like they doing like it's certain shit people do. You should know like what make you think they'll really spare you on some shit. Yeah, that shit fucking crazy. Bro. It's like Rondo say that man, that nigga got in an argument one time, but we kind of got cool out of that. But I don't really be liking seeing niggas I don't really be liking seeing niggas die though, like that. I know it. Like I don't be. Well, I don't know a nigga, but you get what I'm saying.
Man, these niggas out here killing their homeboys, man.
What like what's difference between what he doing different? feel me? Like what I'm doing right is making me last so long.
These niggas out here killing their homeboys, man.
Yeah, that's right.
It's a cold world.
Told y'all, Louisville, we done had what what
Ah
12,
yeah,
14 shootings in
I ain't
a
tell
little
Rondo that.
over 2 days.
Oh yeah, Levando, I got a little partner though. He be on that 4-4 shit. He be fucking with all type.
But
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
though, man. I'm gonna be real with
that
y'all
shit
boys,
crazy
man.
to me. But that little nigga who I'm telling you that was Spanish, he be posted out there too. He be out there in that nose.
Hey, but look, I'm gonna be real with y'all boys, right? You
Hmm.
know, the Bible is the only book that can like accurately state what the state of man is.
You don't question
Like,
sometimes the Bible was made with bad intentions.
nah, because the morals in the Bible, the Ten Commandments, there was nothing. There is no moral law
Yeah,
greater than
that's
that,
why I
bro.
feel like
There
they
is no
say
moral law. There is no law stating what its moral is greater than the Ten Commandments, bro. That's why the majority of the world believe in it's because of the morals. The Ten Commandments.
yeah, facts.
That's because the world's been westernized.
It
Is
has
why
nothing.
the
It has nothing to
majority.
do with Western, bro. Before
It has
Western,
nothing to do with
yeah,
it.
listen. Before the Western civilization existed,
And how about this
the
bitch
Bible
ass nigga
existed. Do you understand that, bro?
come
Before
on.
the Western civilization existed,
What, bro?
the Bible is a very old book, bro. So what are you talking about? You can't keep blaming this on the Western civilization, bro. You got to start facing
Like
this stuff,
niggas
bro.
forcing like a nigga just boy, nigga be on some even
You
shit
got
dealing
to,
with y'all type niggas just playing. Y'all niggas playing.
yeah. The Western civilization didn't really. I ain't gonna say.
It's like
I
once a
ain't even
nigga
gonna say
try you
that
on that type
because
level, nigga
it
just
ain't even the
move
whole
forward.
Western civilization, but it's the majority. The majority, a lot of the Western civilization didn't really pass the knowledge on down right. That's why you feel like that, or whatever the case may be. You feel me? But
Niggas be weird, horses.
oh shit, yeah, they ain't passed down the knowledge. Like there's a lot of stuff that you supposed to know and you don't know. It's because of what they because of what they told you. Like I can tell you like a few things that most people feel like is true, but it's not, right?
Yeah, hell yeah, nigga was
You want me to give you an example?
yeah EDC.
I mean, go ahead, bro.
Well,
Nah, it's $every
Hey,
count.
can I ask you
Try
one
to
quick
leave that
question?
picture.
yeah,
How old are you?
I got that shit
I'm
from that
30.
real picky little ex nigga
You
in
30?
Atlanta.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, like, oh shoot, like
Yeah, nigga used to be pressed about that
I
little
don't really
fight,
know
boy.
how
That
you
shit
probably feel about stuff
so
like
funny.
love and stuff like that, right?
What you mean? Love is part. That is the whole story. That
Exactly.
to
Yeah.
me, to me, that's the whole story. And the Bible
Yeah.
is something else.
All
And
right.
it's built with some story. Some now I will give like the the morals of the Bible of to try to do right and treat people right or whatever. Those there's some good stories and there's some good meanings behind it, but I just don't agree with the whole
You
Bible
said I don't know
little
what
thing. I mean, I
I
understand what
mean,
you're saying and I feel you. But when you know
like the
about
fake
if
shiny,
you
nigga,
research like you
nigga
do,
bring
like you said you
facts.
do, you
yeah.
would know the King James version, which 90% of the world uses
What the
in
hell wrong with you?
Christianity. You know what I'm saying? That he was a very flawed individual.
Crazy as hell.
Bro, King James was nothing but a king. He wasn't a
Okay.
scholar. He
Nah,
didn't trans.
he been
Listen.
following me,
He
but I
didn't
ain't got
translate
them.
the
I
Bible,
been
bro.
unfollowing his
He
ass.
just ordered it
Okay.
to be translated. He just say, you people who got the minds to do this, y'all translate this. That's what he did. He gave the order. You know what I'm saying? Like back in those days, like people was really dying just to like people would like there was like people was really dying like if you even got caught with a piece of the Bible just because they just because they wanted to be the ones to translate it for you. You understand? They wanted to be the ones to tell you what it said so they can give you their translation and they can do what they want to do with you like that way. But because of a whole lot of stuff, people fighting for or whatever. Well, I can't even say a whole. It's basically God. I can't even blame it on like the events of like everything happened because of his story, because of God's story. This is everything is God's story. Like so, his word ain't gonna be kept a secret for what I'm saying forever, which is what they wanted it to be. The Catholic Church, they was the one that was controlling the Bible, right? Back before the printing press. But when the printing press came out, they started publishing those books. You know what I'm saying? But back in those days, bro, like people was dying. Like they was killing people, bro, just because they had a piece of the Bible, bro. Why do you think because it's not real? You know what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with that, bro. They realized the power of the book because the God of that book was the most powerful God out of all the gods that man made in their mind or however they made it with their hands. You know what I'm saying? Like they realized that this God was the real God. So they basically, in a way, was kind of like they held the people in darkness, and that's why they call it the Dark Ages. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, there's a lot of little stuff that it just for lack of But I can tell you my sect or whatever. You can do a little research on that. But I'm called Reformed. I'm pretty sure you never heard of that. Reformed. You ever heard of that?
Reform.
Yeah. And we've been out for like since the like I think since like the 1500s, right? I'm gonna tell you the history about the Reformed.
Did you
Like,
just say the 1500s?
yeah.
Come on, man. Quit acting silly, dog.
What you mean?
Are you black? Are you black?
Yeah.
And you just said the 1500s.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you mean by that?
I just know, you do know what the state of the United States was in the 1500s, right?
No, it wasn't. It didn't exist. There was no United States in the 1500s.
You know the state of black people here in the 1500s, right?
What was the state of black people?
We were like pets. We were nothing. We were treated like trash.
No, but there was no there was no United States in the 1500s though.
Well, we
Like
still
Christopher, like
here.
Christopher, like Christopher Columbus didn't sail the ocean until like the 16, 1700s or something like that, right?
Oh, so it wasn't settled land over here, is what you're
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
And what was since the 1500s?
It's called the Reformed.
And
They
can you
call,
explain that to me?
it's basically I'm gonna tell you how it came to be, right? In those days, the Catholics they pretty much ruled the world. and some people say they still do, but behind closed doors or whatever, right? But back in those days, they definitely ruled the world because they they ruled
So what happened to the reform during slavery then?
they ruled by a lot of force back in those days.
What
You know what
what,
I'm
what
saying?
happened to the reform? Are you familiar with the Crusaders?
Yeah, I'm familiar with all of that. But
So what do you think about the Crusaders?
let me tell you how the reform came about though. The Reformation is what it's called actually. There was a guy, his name was Martin Luther. He's the original Martin Luther before Martin Luther King, because this is the 1500s, right? This guy named Martin Luther, he was a Catholic monk. He was basically raised in the Catholic Church and raised up like a Catholic basically. You know what I'm saying? The Catholic they basically had the knowledge just to make money off of it. But, you know, they wasn't really following the book. You understand? But a
Hey, I
monk,
need you to fast forward and let me know about where were the reforms at during
I'm a,
slavery?
what were the Reformation people at during slavery?
Yeah, and what were they doing? And what was was it black and white Reformation people? And then how did the white people? Did the white people that were Reformation or whatever you call it? Did they
Yeah.
have slaves? I'm just saying. Have you thought about
Well,
any of those questions?
I mean, those are pretty good questions, but it just, I mean, it just like,
Okay.
I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know if, I know like there's not really too many of those people. That what you got to understand, first of all, right? Like,
Mhm.
like, um, they broke away
Mhm.
from the Catholic Church. The guy basically said that all this stuff that y'all been doing, y'all been trying to teach people is wrong. I read the book. The book says the just shall live by faith. The just shall live by faith basically means that you are justified only through faith or whatever, right? And that's faith in a certain person. But the Catholic Church, they wanted you to do
Do you think they still treated the slaves the same way that they treated the white Reformation people? Do you think they got the same treatment?
the white Reformation people. I don't know. I mean, I
White
pray.
and black? Because I'm
I mean,
assuming if you're
people. If
calling yourself a Reformation, it had to be black and white that were that.
yeah,
I'm just asking.
yeah. I mean, it was just
Mhm.
it was something that did go around all around the world.
Okay.
It affected the whole world or whatever.
And
Affect it
with this
affected it
Christianity,
affected it
what do you think
affected
about
it
what you think
affect
about the Crusaders that if you didn't believe in Jesus Christ, we gonna chop your head off and kill you? Was that cool too?
yeah,
Forcing. If they come through your town, do you believe in Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior? No, we gonna kill you. You
yeah.
think that was cool? That was
No,
okay too?
I ain't saying that stuff like that is cool because they don't teach stuff like that in the book. You know what I'm saying?
That's Old
That's
Testament
why
stuff right there.
nah, the Old Testament
They
wasn't
believed in the
nah,
Old Testament.
Old Testament didn't say that.
No,
Old
I'm saying
Test
the Crusaders believed in the Old Testament.
nah, they believe in the New Testament also.
The Crusaders.
Yeah, they believed in it was there was BC, AC.
All I'm saying is there's a lot of flaws in this Reformation, the Christianity, all that stuff that you talk.
The flaws that you see is just man, bro. Man is flawed, first of all. One, and second of all, like like I was trying to tell you, you can't really judge um the knowledge of the book based off the actual actions of certain people. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't base it off of that, bro. Like
What can you base?
eh,
What
you
can
have
you
to
base it off of?
you like you have to base it off of the book itself. You have to base it off of the book itself, bro, because the book itself tells, like, bro, it keeps it 100, 1,000, a billion% real. It's showing you humans.
Does it?
It's showing you humans in the face of a God, like, and the response, like, what's actually what, like, bro, Like, real, you. I'm pretty sure you like. There's a lot that I believe that you just missed, bro. You know what I'm saying? But the Bible is just a condescending language. Like God is coming down to our level and basically trying to communicate with us. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Communicating with us. And then
I,
on top of communicating with us, he gave us the law. He gave us like his will basically. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just so you don't
What
have
the fudge?
just so that you don't have no excuse. You know what I'm saying? Because people make all type of excuses A through Z. Trust me, bro. Excuses from A through Z, bro, you wouldn't believe. Matter of fact, they need to add some more letters. But you talk about man, though. You know what I'm saying? We've been making excuses since the Garden of Eden. It was the woman you gave me. You know what I'm saying? Since the God, that's just the way we are, bro. We're not perfect creatures, bro. That's why we're supposed to be dependent upon the one that is.
Your freedom fighters. I'm riding with them night riders. Hey, your freedom fighters.
come
I'm
up in here and
riding
get
with
this
them
work,
night
boy.
riders. Hey, your freedom fighters. I'm riding with them night riders. Night riders. Your freedom fighters. Yeah, my heart is so
Somebody
my
tripping.
Somebody
daughter.
is
My
jamming.
nigga in a long time, I already miss him. They say don't turn my dog into a victim. I should have told my nigga I want to do
Yeah,
it.
man. My
I
thing
just
is
did it
whatever
off
makes a
rip.
person a better man, I'm with it. But as far as that, I, a person that's grown up and I've seen a lot, I've did a lot. I believe what I believe because of what I've experienced, and I don't hate nothing that you just said because what if it makes you a better person? Shit, it is what it is. I'm all about betterment of us, but at the same time, I gotta keep it gangster.
Yep. Rick.
Somebody in the
Yep.
studio.
Yep. All right. You say as long as it makes a person a better person.
Well,
You said what you said again. As long as it makes a person a
whatever a person needs to believe in to make them a better person, I'm with it.
yeah. I mean, but
You know,
to tell you the truth, like that could be almost anything. That could be almost anything. I mean, if you're looking at it from your eyes, you understand? It all depends about what's right and whose eyes does it matter, right? Like doing right in whose eyes? You know what I'm saying? What is
I
right?
said if it makes you a
What is
better
good?
person,
Yeah, but a better person to who? That's what I'm trying to tell you. Who does it matter to actually? Because because they might be a better person to them, but it may not be to you. You understand what I'm trying to say? To them, they're a better person, but when you look at them, you think they're a piece of shit. You understand what I'm trying to tell you?
Yeah, I hear you. I've been listening, talking to y'all the whole time. My mic was muted.
somebody in the studio.
Yeah, he in there going crazy. I wish I could tell my dog who got life, you want to be better. I'm riding with them night riders. Hey, nigga funny as hell.
Is he rapping?
I'm riding with them night riders, night riders, just in spiders. I'm riding with them night riders. I miss my dog, I miss him on the pin of her. I miss my niggas, man, no chance they ain't. Young rebel. On here.
Hello.
Yo.
Oh, pull up on his ass, beast. Pull up again, pull up. Oh yeah, all net. I need a gun, beast. I've been in the bush the whole time. I ain't got no gun, bro.
Oh shit, get
Where
out
you
of
at?
there. How the fuck?
Anything. Appreciate it, bro. Need some bullets. Yeah, appreciate it.
Hey, on this hill, it's going down up here.
You want this right here?
I got my dog, y'all alone, I've been missing. I swear to God, I really feel like that he's a victim.
You want that
I swear to
purple
God,
infantry?
that's all my niggas don't know me. Now, folks, you gotta play up for the shit, history.
You want that purple
I miss
infantry?
my niggas said to say that he ain't come home. I miss my homie and that said say he ain't come home. And why they give a dog like that in the streets, who give a dog like that? It was the police. Hey, I'm riding with them night riders. Hey, yeah, freedom fighters. I'm riding with them night riders. Hey, yeah, freedom fighters. I'm riding with them night riders. Hey, yeah, freedom fighters. I'm riding with them night riders. Night riders. Yeah, freedom fighters. Oh, it's my dog, y'all alone, I really miss him. It's sad to say that I really feel like he the victim. I miss my niggas trying to say he took the witness. My dog don't hurt a nigga. He caught the first degree. I wish I told my dog. It's easy to get real deep. They wanna see you down. Don't wanna give me no down. There ain't no coming back. Ain't no more seeing my dog in my town. Yeah. I'm riding with them night riders. Hey, yeah, freedom fighters. I'm riding with them night riders. Hey, yeah, freedom fighters. I'm riding with them night riders. Hey, yeah, freedom fighters. I'm riding with them night riders. Night riders. Yeah, freedom fighters. I'm riding with those night riders. Hey, yeah, freedom fighters. I'm riding with those night riders. Night riders. Yeah, freedom fighters. Oh, damn, bro. Oh,
Oh,
damn, bro.
who hit us?
He picked up my damn gun, bro.
What gun?
I'm at my rift to go. That shit made me kill myself. Whoever just stole my rift to go.
How the fuck? The roof right here.
You made me die. I don't want no.
Oh, you were trying to pop the roof?
Nah, I wasn't. I just dropped it and you picked it up and I threw a snake bomb on myself.
Oh, shit.
Hey, I'm riding with them night riders. Hey, yeah, freedom fighters. I'm riding with them night riders. Hey, yeah, freedom fighters. I'm riding with them night riders. Hey, yeah, freedom fighters. I'm riding with them night riders. Night riders. Street fighters. I miss my dog, he up there, bone, I really miss him. He told me every day he feel like he the victim. I
Hey, what's the name I was talking to? What bro at?
He got a son that a nigga be goddamn rhyming.
Like, what bro left? What bro when I was talking? Hey, what happened to bro I was talking to? Where you went at?
I'm here.
Oh yeah.
Niggas in the studio.
Hey, let me tell you something about myself though, bro. I did 8 years on the road. You heard me?
I can't hear you.
I said I did
Dude,
eight.
rapping too loud.
I said I did 8 years in prison.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, that whole time I was studying, bro. Like, bro, you got dudes up there that's really serious about all different types of religions. You feel me? I got exposed to all of that, bro. That's why how I came out to what I believe in, bro. You feel me? And I just know the history of most. I know the history of most religions because all I did was study. You feel me? Study history and why men believe what they believed in. You feel me?
Right now, I don't know what to believe. I'm going my own belief.
Man,
That's what most people do.
to me,
Most people rather make themselves the god.
Nah, hell nah. Oh, you doing too
shit.
much.
Nah, but that's what you're doing though, mentally. You're not doing it
Nah,
physically. Nah, but if you
I'm
mentally,
just
yeah.
not green as hell, bro. I know about this life shit,
Nah,
bro. This shit,
but you gotta
bro.
put him.
That's like,
You gotta put the man
cause
in his
I
proper
had
place.
listen, bro. All
You
right, you right, bro.
you gotta put him in his proper place in your mind. You feel me?
Goddamn.
If that's
But
what he,
who's to say where the proper place is in another person's mind? You put them in the proper place in your mind.
That's
For
like
somebody else is different.
that's like Christians always
nah.
trying to tell somebody they going to
Listen,
hell. Who the hell is them to tell somebody they
when I
going to
say
hell?
nah, I mean, bro, I ain't never say that to a person, bro, and I don't believe in
No.
I don't believe in that type of stuff.
Nah, you talking, you trying to talk too much, bro. You gotta listen too, bro.
Nah, I'm saying, yeah, there are people that will tell you that because they don't know no better. You understand? They don't know
Yeah.
any better. They wasn't taught the right way.
I wish you could block bro ass in the back, cause I barely can hear you, bro.
Oh shit.
Hey, bro. Hey, I'm going to holler at y'all tomorrow, man. I got to get up and go to work.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm finna get off this shit too.
I
Hey,
accepted y'all request, man.
I'm finna send all y'all one too, though. Goddamn, so we
Yep.
can get on this shit again tomorrow.
Send it, dog. Because I'm about to get off.
I'm gonna remember you, bitch. We got something to talk about.
Gotcha. All right, man. I'm out.
Alright.